Hi, my name's Andrew Kinney. I'm an attorney. My focus of practice over the last 20 years has been Social Security disability law. Welcome to Social Security 101. What I've done is a series of classes to teach people. My clients have been people I've taught, teach everyone I possibly can about how the Social Security process works and also how it doesn't work. And there are frankly a lot more problems with it in terms of it not paying the right people than people would think. But before I start, we've had a few people question what's with the mural, so why don't we show the mural for a moment. This is Lake Moraine in Canada. I decided I was bored with a normal wall. I am not outside, nor am I in the water. So here, if we can move the camera back, I know that's more interesting than I am. But what I want to do today with Social Security 101 is talk about some questions that we get a lot from a different angle. In prior videos, I talked about some basics, and here and procedure and process. Here I want to talk about Social Security 101. One of the fundamental question we get is, can I apply for benefits? Let's say someone's working in a factory and they get epilepsy and the medications aren't controlling it, and they have a seizure a month despite increasing dosages of Dilantin or some other anti-seizure drug. Can that person apply? Well, they have a disability, but your being disabled isn't why you can apply. The reason you can apply is because you're unable to work, and the level you're unable to work is kind of funny the way Social Security works. Social Security could acknowledge that you have a disability, but you can only apply if you're working what's called substantial gainful activity. It's called SGA. SGA is a funny term, substantial gainful activity. What this means is Social Security is looking at the monthly earnings you have. If you're making over 1,080 gross for employment before taxes, not net after taxes. If you're making under that because you're disabled, then you can apply, and that changes each year, this SGA amount. If you notice, some people are working part-time, but they can't work full-time, yet the question that Social Security asks when someone wants to apply for disability insurance or SSI is, they're asking is, are they working SGA? Are they working too much? There's some details about SGA we can talk about another time, but the basic concept is that the only way you can apply is that you're working under this SGA amount, this amount that you can find online at the Social Security. You can put SGA, Social Security, and they'll give you the annual allowable earnings. One of the things that my clients can misunderstand, and many misunderstand, is that SGA is your entry. It opens the door to if you're working under SGA, you can get in the door. The problem is that once you're in the door, you need to prove you're unable to work full time. It sounds like it works against each other. It's a little against common sense, but the medical standard is different. To be disabled, you need to prove you're unable to work full time. And there's a Social Security ruling 96-8P and other laws that lay that out. Getting to number 2 here, when can you work? Let's say you were approved for Social Security. We're jumping way ahead and you already got on benefits. But when can you work? My answer is you can work when you're on benefits. Social Security has a different standard when you're on benefits. It's called the trial work period. I'm going to put TWP here. But a trial work period here, a trial work period is different. The amount you can make is lower. Let's say $760 gross a month, and it changes. If you're on benefits, you can make under that lower amount. And if you make above that amount, eventually Social Security will cut you off. That's a basic idea here. So Social Security encourages people, as do I, if you can work some while on benefits, it's important to do that. Now, if you're working some while on benefits, and you're getting supplemental security income, that need-based benefit we talked about in a prior video, that has implications. That can, any earnings, even if they're under that trial work period amount, any earnings can affect whether you should be getting the same benefits the following month. So it's important to interact with Social Security anytime you're working while on benefits. Otherwise, it takes quite a while for Social Security to catch up, and eventually they may send you a letter saying, as I've had clients, you've been working too much, it's 2 years later, please put the extra amount we shouldn't have paid you in an envelope. That's unreasonable, and those need to be appealed. It's called an overpayment. Finally, number 3 here, When can you stop getting benefits? Contrary to what society appears to be saying, you don't stay on benefits forever. In fact, you make more money if you work. If you have, for instance, bipolar disorder and you have it over a year and you're disabled and you get approved, at some point maybe you try a trial work period. Maybe you're going back to work and let's say a combination of medications works. Well, the idea is that you would want to work your way off benefits. Eventually you can work your way off benefits. You're not stuck on them. In fact, it's much healthier, and I tell my clients, if you can work when you weren't able to before. So if the opportunity when you're getting benefits presents itself and you're better, work with your doctor. If at some point you can make, let's say, work full time, as the easy example, when you're on benefits, at some point work with Social Security, you may work your way off benefits and you're not on them for life. The idea here is, again, working is better than Social Security benefits, and working makes more money in particular, and you don't stay on them forever. You can work your way off, and I have a lot of people that when they have a bad time, if there's something that's not a chronic illness, something that gets better with some treatment or surgery or something, working your way off benefits is the best thing I can see in my practice. People feel better, they get off benefits, and they appreciate that Social Security was there when they needed it. Unfortunately, people think that it's there for everyone. It is not. It is very difficult to get approved for Social Security benefits, and in particular, people wait, as I mentioned in a prior video, sometimes 2 years to prove the obvious, and by then, maybe they're much worse. But some people get better. So if you have any more questions, you can call the number at the bottom of our screen. Thank you.